All right. So, this is Secrets of Strixhaven. If my audio sounds a bit crappier than normal, that's because I got lost in a book and this was supposed to go live an hour ago, but I was too busy reading a book for an hour. And so, um, here I
Oops.
am, like, rushing to get things figured out, and I didn't have space for my normal big chunky mic, and so you get to deal with this. Apologies to any viewers that will possibly be watching this.
Yeah,
Um,
it's okay. It'll be
yep.
all right.
All right. So let's get started with the set. So, first card is Abigail, Poet Laureate. Um, so this seems like peak draft uncommon. I don't see this doing anything,
So I'm
right?
actually going to disagree with you here
Oh, okay.
because of her extremely unique prepare condition. Uh,
Yes.
Very few the entire draw to potentially playing this card is
Okay.
the unique prepare condition. Uh, Now it is expensive, and I would say that it's probably not going to be competitive, but it is an interesting commander at the very least because you can consistently prepare her over and over again.
That is true. I mean, how would you build this?
I would build it uh things like Dustleys and Zealot, basically things that care about when they get counters, they have an effect, or
Sure.
things with
Yeah.
like Outlast. I think
Okay.
Outlast would be really cool for this deck as well.
Emperor of Bones, stuff like that.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, so it could be like a fun, more casual commander. I could see that, yeah. It's a bit slow, but it could be fun.
I mean, and also she's not a terrible stat line. Like 2/3 flying is not
Yeah, yeah,
not the worst thing in the world.
yeah.
But yeah, mostly in the could be fun category. Definitely not anything
Alright.
competitive.
So, the next card is Abstract Paint Mage.
And you want to talk about a draft uncommon this
Yeah,
day.
yeah. 3 mana for conditional mana rock in a format that doesn't care about ramp.
Mana rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put it in the trash.
Yep. Okay, Adventurous Eater. Um, draft common. This
Draft
don't
common.
this
Yeah.
don't do things.
Not much to say about it, yeah.
Yep. Ambitious Augmenter. So, 1 mana 1/1 with increment, which is basically instant or sorcery evolve. The
Hmm.
downside of increment is that it doesn't quite work super well in this format.
Yeah, you can only get it up to 3, and
Yeah.
that's really sad.
Now,
Also, it's a
to be
1 mana
fair,
1/1.
yeah, to be fair, evolve doesn't do that much in the format either. So, but you know, and yeah, this is like a weird voice of resurgence.
Resurgence?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I
voice of
don't like
resurgence
it.
is just better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it'll do much. That is a reprint. Antiquities on the loose.
I like this card. I wish it was better.
Yeah, yeah. You're basically just like creating 3 mana, create two 2/2s, and then for 6 mana, create 2 3/3s. I guess.
If there's like ever like a deck that allows us to like foretell consistently that is good, this probably
Oh, sure.
sees
Yeah,
play. But other than that, yeah.
and I mean, like technically, there's stuff like Vadrock that can cast it from.
From the graveyard.
Yeah, but even then, it's not necessarily 3 mana 2 3/3s is pretty good. But if you need a bunch of setup for it, I'm not sure it's
Yeah,
worth
it's
it.
not great.
Yep. Okay. Arnin, Deathbloom Botanist. This one seems really interesting. Just because in the right
Yeah,
deck, it's like a super blood artist.
I
Unfortunately,
think
it
it's
doesn't have
like
very good stats, but
yeah, it's like it needs to be small because if it
yeah,
wasn't small, it would be kind of dumb, but the
yeah.
fact that it is small kind of makes it not really great in the format.
Yeah, I think if it was 2 mana, I could definitely see it seeing play. 3 mana's a
Oh yeah.
lot. And especially because at 3 mana you're competing uh with our boy Sephiroth. Um, so like Sephiroth is kind of the you know
Kind
best
of the
three
bar.
mana blood artist effect,
Yeah.
and it's pretty hard to beat because it has good stats. It has card draw. It if you manage to flip it, it's really really good. And so if you compare like that 1-to-1, Arnon is just kind of a nothing burger. But
Yeah.
you
Nature of
know,
the eternal format.
yeah. Aziza, Mage Tower Captain. This one
Now,
seems
this is a card that I
really interesting.
absolutely love.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm not sure if it's necessarily good because it requires a lot to actually work. You need to have
So
a board state for it to do anything.
last like couple sets ago we got Curul
Yes,
uh
yeah.
at 3 that copies activated abilities or triggered
Mm-hmm.
abilities rather I should say. This copies instants and sorceries, which is
Yes,
much better.
absolutely.
3 creatures is definitely much more of a condition than 2 creatures,
Yeah, but you're
but
in Boros, so it's doable.
yeah, exactly. I think this will be a sick uh commander if a little bit uh understated.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be a fun card. I don't think it's necessarily going to be a good card, but it'll be fun for sure.
And like it'll go in things like burn,
Yeah,
because like
probably.
why not?
Yeah. I mean, it depends on how many creatures you're running in your burn deck.
Yeah.
So, depends on the burn deck. I know you like Flage, and Flage doesn't run that many creatures. So, I don't know likely how likely this would go into that, but you know the deck better than I do.
I put a Tywakeen deck together with this.
Oh, yeah.
That's actually what I've been playing in the last couple of
Awesome.
WTBs, and it's been pretty good.
Yeah.
Just off of the strength of Young Pyromancer.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Hey, look. Vanishing Betrayal. It's a draft common. There's nothing more to say about it.
Yeah,
Blazing Fire Singer's interesting. Um, in all reality, this is a combo card. I don't know how it combos, but I'm 100% certain that it does combo.
I just you're paying 6 mana to get 5.
Yeah, no, it's not like necessarily good, but I'm sure there's a convoluted like 2 or 3 card combo that probably isn't good, but does something. Um,
I could see this like being relevant in like Electro specifically because that's like a
yeah,
true Ruby
maybe.
Storm deck,
Yeah.
and the creature like the body is good,
Hmm. Yeah.
but not in Ral.
No, no, yeah. So it's a weird one. Oh, it's my boy, Bletch Loafing Pest. I
He's so
love
cute.
him. I'm not fully convinced that he's better than the other options as a commander, but a 3 mana 3/4 that gets larger and can grow other things whenever you gain life has some serious potential.
Yeah, to me this reads like the best option for tokens in Golgari now.
Yeah, I could see that.
Uh,
Yeah, I think
turns
it's
out pest tokens are pretty good,
yeah, yeah,
actually. There are
for
a lot
sure.
of pretty good cards that make pests.
I I built like a very rudimentary version of this, and I want to build a basically lands deck version of this, where you're
Hmm.
basically running a lands game plan, and then also just have the threat of Bletch, Zurin Orb, or something to push a lot of damage really fast.
Interesting,
Um,
yeah.
so I feel like there's a lot of potential for this because this is a good body with a strong effect. It just requires some hurdles to make good. So a really good deck builder can probably break this card.
And I think it's
Um,
also like a lot of the requirements for leaders in TLR is getting, yeah, like you're getting more and more that you
yeah,
have to ask to clear the bar of being like a decent enough leader to see play over the other options that are
yeah,
already like
and
available.
basically the biggest competition would be Grist the Hunger Tide.
Yeah.
Um, as just Grist does so much for 3 mana. Um, so you need to create an angle that makes it better than Grist. Um, which is doable. It's just hard.
It's just, yeah, that's gonna be a tough ask.
Yeah, and then I could see this maybe in the 49 of some deck, but it's kind of built to be a commander, so
Yeah, this reads like a leader all the way around for me as well.
yeah. Yeah. Bogwater Lumerette. Um actually let me
I don't
see.
mind it.
Yeah.
Like, will it see play in very many decks?
No.
Probably not. But is it bad? Also,
No.
no.
Yeah. It does things. You know, maybe you could see it in a Bletch deck. You never know.
It is a frog. It does
Which
not. It is
doesn't
not on the
trigger,
list.
but yeah. Frog Banemaker. This is a draft common.
Yeah.
We really don't have much value for typhoid rats in the format. They're not bad. I don't mind having typhoid rats in like uh in my grist bugs deck, but that's because the bug quality's just really low.
I
Um,
did.
but like unless you are running like a frog tribal deck, I don't see reason for running this.
My big thing is 2026, y'all. Why is this just not this creature gets a +1/+1 counter? Why is
That's
it until
true.
end of turn?
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, Barog Barrage. Um, this is a fight spell for 2 mana, which is fight spells in general are kind of bad in this format, and 2 mana fight spells is not good.
Yeah, I definitely think like if you're in mono green specifically, bite spells are about the best you're gonna
Yeah,
get in terms of
yeah,
removal. Uh, but if you're in mono green specifically, you're probably
mm-hmm.
either playing elves or doing combo things with Tifa, so
Yep,
you probably
yeah.
don't care.
Cauldron of Essence. So this is an interesting card. I think it's just too expensive for what it does.
Yeah, 6 mana to do the thing is not great. Activate as
Yeah.
only as a sorcery is not great. It's
Mm-hmm.
really restricted.
Yeah, especially when you have Chthonian Nightmare, which
Yeah,
is
Stony Nightmare just kind of hoses it.
yeah. So I don't think Cauldron of Essence is going to do anything in this format. Charging Strife Knight. Um, this is not a good card. It's
Yeah.
it is here for draft. Play Lelia or something. I don't know.
Draft card. Draft card is draft card. Yep.
Chase Inspiration. Um, this is kind of interesting for like some deck somewhere,
I mean,
but
like, VV plays a decent
yeah,
enough density of these,
yeah. I think there's just
uh,
better options in the
but
format.
there are better options for that one. It's good. It's good to have,
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't hurt,
but
but I think there are just better options. Chelonian Tackle. +0, +10. That's really
I, s-
funny, not good.
if this was like a green pip, I think this card would be actually very excellent. Uh, it just it costs 3 mana. This
Yeah.
is not an effect you would ever want to play for
No.
3 mana in
Yeah.
this format.
Yep. Okay. Choreographed Sparks. This is another interesting one, but I'm not sure if it's necessarily good. So you can copy an instant or sorcery and a creature spell if you stack this correctly. If you like spend a butt ton of mana, but usually you're going to do one or the other. I
I mean, I think it's decent enough because it's
yeah,
another card that like it combos. Uh, the only thing is
yeah, it
it
can't be
combos with the
copied
guy
is the
dual
problem.
cast
But
mage,
yeah.
but the can't be copied restrictions kind of gonna weigh it down a lot.
Mhm. So, I don't know. It's not a bad card. It just these type of effects don't see play in many if any decks.
Yeah, you're not really reaching for this over your reverberates of the world.
Yeah. Comforting Council. This is
Did we skip one?
did we?
Color Storm Stallion.
Oh, yeah, we did. Yep, my bad. Storm Scallion. Um, maybe I skipped it because it was bad. I don't know.
It is bad. It's
Yeah,
yeah.
this.
If there's a bunch of these, at least make it fly.
Yep, yep.
That's pretty much it.
Comforting Council. This requires a lot of setup to do anything, and even then, I'm not sure it's good. It's 2 mana at
I
least. It could be 3 mana, but
it's just like +3/+3 after
yeah,
after all of that.
yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So, I don't think that'll do anything. Cost of
Great for draft though.
Brilliance. Yeah, Cost of Brilliance is excellent draft stuff to help with that like targeting creature mechanic. Um, but it doesn't do anything here because we don't run these effects.
Yeah, we don't play Sided Blood. We wouldn't play this.
Yep. Cuboid Colony. You got a cube of bees. Um, Grist would run this if it wasn't Simic. Uh,
Uh,
that's that's
yeah,
kind of it
Flash
though.
Flying, Trample. The only problem with this is it's a
Increment doesn't do
baseline 1/1,
anything, but yeah.
and Increment doesn't do anything.
But it probably would run it just because your options are pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's not right.
Daydream. I like this card. I understand why it has to be a sorcery. But that makes it so much worse in Eternal formats.
Yeah, it's a sorcery. If it wasn't a sorcery, it would be worth discussing.
Yeah, but if it wasn't a sorcery, it would just be like better than everything except Ephemerate.
Mhm.
Like Cloud Shift and the other one, Essence Flux, they would not compare to it. Um,
Deluge Virtuoso.
yes.
I
Um,
think this is just a bad draft comment.
technically speaking, there is a world in which you could use this in my favorite bad commander, Naban, Dean of Iteration. Um, because Naban duplicates ETBs of wizards. And so there are some builds of it where you can just use cards like this to tap down opponents' things and be annoying. But it's not good, and that's the only application for it. Diary of Dreams. They added the subtype book to a bunch of things. I don't really know why. I don't understand. Like maybe I'm sure there's something either here or in the future that has like book tribal, but I feel like non-creature subtypes usually end up having some sort of like, I don't know, cohesion to them. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I think
but I
it's a
don't
cool
know.
flavor thing.
Yeah, yeah. I just like why book and why not
Yeah.
have other subtypes for other things?
Uh, the card itself, however,
Does
uh,
nothing.
i- is not as horrible as you might think it is on
Yeah,
first glance. Like, it is eventually a free card every turn,
yeah.
but like if
Waterbending.
you get to that point, you probably have already won or lost the game.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to like the theoretical draw of waterbending scroll. Um, but waterbending scroll has like, yeah, I don't know. Waterbending scroll is like a little bit better than Diary of Dreams, and also it's not as, it still doesn't really see play.
I could
So
see Dakon specifically playing this card potentially.
yeah, maybe. I don't know. There's options. I'm just not sure they're good options.
Yeah, no.
Uh, Dig Site Discovery is that one card from uh OG, not OG, from Crimson Vow. I don't remember what it was. It might not be from Crimson Vow. It might be from Midnight Hunt, but there's a similar effect. It doesn't do anything in this format or like any format. Good for
I
this
would
set
like it.
though.
I would like it if it
Homestead
was
Courage, that's what it is.
a +1 counter and a vigilance counter.
Oh
Then
yeah,
we would be cooking.
but no, this is just a
But
functional
they're not
reprint
going to
of
do that.
Homestead Courage.
Yeah.
And Homestead Courage doesn't see play, so I don't see why this would see play. Dino's Guidance. A very interesting card. Way too much mana for this format.
Yeah.
Um, a neat card. I think it'll be fun in like standard and probably fun in commander. But
More creature tutors is always good, but
yeah,
it's not going to see any play here. 3 mana is too much.
section practice. It does a lot of things. It's like amazing in draft, but not in here. It just
Yeah, I think
doesn't do
it's like
anything.
I think it's like interesting,
Yeah,
but you wouldn't play it.
no. Divergent equation. This maybe does something. I think it's just a lot of mana for it to
Yeah,
be
it's
worth
just
it.
gonna be extremely mana intensive, and for the effect, uh,
It has to compete with Snapcaster Mage.
and it's also target,
Yeah.
which is it's that's gonna make you really sad at least one time when you
Oh
try and
yeah.
cast it.
Yep. So I don't think it's worth that much. Dual Tactics again. Drafts card.
Yeah, the only deck that could possibly play this and do anything with it is Gearson,
Yeah.
and Gearson has many better options for that
Yes.
effect.
Fluorescence. Draft common. There's yeah.
Mhm.
Not
Yep.
good. Elemental
Nope.
mascot. Um, it has a good body? Question mark. 3 mana, 1/4 flying vigilance is something.
Yeah,
Um,
this is like one of those times where I'm like, why did we do Opus and not just Magecraft? But again,
I don't know. I don't know because Magecraft like breaks things in half.
yeah.
It's an incredibly broken mechanic. I love it. I love Magecraft so much. It
But it
is
is
so
quite broken.
broken. It is so broken. Okay. Elite Interceptor. Um, this doesn't do much. I don't like it.
Yeah, no. You get it. I mean, the body is like not the worst thing, but no text, no keywords.
Yeah.
The spell's not good.
Emeritus of Abundance. I actually really like this card. I'm not sure it has like a home yet.
I can like see this in like a 6 deck,
Yeah. Yeah.
which getting better slowly as commander, starting to be
Yeah.
something you might actually possibly wish to consider.
Yeah.
Um,
But like in the 49, you're going to run 6 over this and then
yeah,
how likely are you to have like want this effect so much that you'll do it twice? I don't know. So, I'm not convinced, but I don't know.
it'll see plays somewhere. Somebody
Yeah.
will play it.
Emeritus of Conflict is interesting. I'm sad that it doesn't enter prepared. If it entered prepared, it would be very good.
Yeah,
Um,
I think they just couldn't let this enter prepared
no, yeah, I
because yeah,
understand.
it's like
Yeah,
already it's already gonna be great in like a lot of the is it decks in standard right now.
yeah,
Turns
yeah.
out that a functional reprint of Lightning Bolt is real good.
So in this format, I'm not convinced it'll see play because it requires a lot to
Yeah,
actually
3
work.
spells a turn is way too much to ask for it to ever
Yeah,
be playable here.
yep. Emeritus of Truce is interesting. Again, I don't think it's good in this format.
Yeah, that's
It
like
just
even
requires
the
too much
one deck
mana.
that could play it is like not gonna be willing to give away a creature to cast swords.
Yeah. Yep.
Huh.
Well, I'm glad that for the most part we're just kind of churning through things right now. Um,
Yeah, I mean,
there's
the
not a lot
set
to
did
talk
give us
about.
164 cards, so it's
Yeah.
like okay, we gotta.
Yep. ML Vastlands Roamer. Um, this doesn't do anything.
If this effect, the bottom effect was like 2 and a green,
Yeah,
uh,
maybe.
it would actually be a pretty cool commander, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's 5 mana per
Hmm.
creature. It's not great.
Yeah. Encouraging Aviator. This one is interesting. I'm not convinced it's good, but it's interesting. I think some people were talking about it for Yuriko, but I don't really think it works with Yuriko, but it's interesting.
Um, so I definitely could see this uh potentially being played in Yuriko. Uh, I like the uh give one extra creature flying. People don't run enough flyers in this format to begin with,
Yes. Yep.
but my main problem with this is that it's a 3 mana 2/3.
Yeah.
If it costs 1 less mana, I'd be like, oh, this is a great card. But at 3 mana,
Hmm.
I'm just not ever reaching for this.
Oh, Esper pointed out that the Emeritus might be nice for Felia. Maybe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I could
Can
see
see it.
that. End the hunt. Um, this,
It's not bad.
yeah, it's not bad. People are running this type of effect for dealing with light pause in the sideboard. And I could see this being like an upgrade to those type of effects because, it also works against Merit Lage. Nobody plays lands right now, but, that does something.
It does not work against Spirit Lage. Mana value.
Oh, it's mana value and not power. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I'm
This
not
doesn't do
convinced.
anything to Merit Lage.
Yep, I'm becoming less convinced on this card. because I read it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was gonna say is it's an okay piece of removal, but black has just got so much.
yeah, yeah.
You're not reaching for this. You know, it's like the eighth best two
Hmm.
mana black removal spell.
Okay, you have Big Enos, Mass Debater.
He's sitting like he's got a big Enos.
Yeah.
I
Um,
really like this
I like it.
uh a lot.
Yeah, I'm probably going to at least try running it in Lagrella. Um,
I'm a
it's
big
just
fan
a
of
nice
this
card.
for in Ophelia deck.
Yes, absolutely. You're never running this as a commander, by the way, because Felia
No.
exists. But
Yeah.
in a Felia deck or in like another Flicker deck, I could definitely see it. It seems fun. I don't think it's
And
going to
he's
be a
hot,
game
so that
changer,
helps.
but it's fun.
Yep.
Environmental scientist. This doesn't do anything. This is there for
I'm
draft.
glad that they consistently print these effects.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
but yeah, nothing here for tiny leaders.
I will say this set looks like insanely fun to draft. I will like absolutely be buying at least one box, if not two boxes, to just do a
Like,
bunch of drafting with this.
okay, so ignoring universes beyond,
Hmm.
the actual magic sets this year have been fucking bangers.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like Lorwyn was awesome. This
Yeah,
is gonna be super awesome.
yeah,
Like if they could just get out of their own ass and figure out that people hate UV.
yeah. It makes some money, but we're not talking about that here. We're talking
Yeah,
about
that's neither here nor there.
yeah. We can't let UB erode one of the three real sets this year.
Speaking of
Yeah,
erode.
erode. This doesn't do anything in this format.
I actually like it. Path to Exile sees play,
Yeah.
and this is a strict upgrade.
No, it destroys, not exiles, is the big thing. So
Oh, hey,
that's
reading the card.
yeah, that's the big difference. And so you're getting rid of exiling and enabling planeswalker destruction, which
Never
I
mind.
don't think is
Yeah,
worth it.
that's not good.
Yeah.
I thought it said Exile for some reason. I was like,
Yep.
Path to Exile upgrade? Sign me up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is path to destroy.
Yeah, that's sad.
Okay. Essence Knit Scholar. Um you make
3 mana,
bug.
3/1. That's all you can say about this card.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Banger art though.
And
Love that art.
honestly, the like extra card per turn is not bad,
Yeah,
but
it's not
at
bad.
3 mana,
The three
it's a
mana,
3/1.
3/1. Yep.
Yeah.
Essence Scatter. That's a reprint, I think. Yes. Okay.
Yep. Exhibition type color.
This is interesting. Um, people have pointed out that this
I
does funny things with Underworld Breach.
Yeah, I could see this getting played in like for a RAL. Uh
Yeah, it requires a
Probably
very
much more
specific
likely to
dex.
be VV because
Yeah.
more willing to protect it, but I don't think it's a great card by any means.
No, I don't think so either. So, I don't know. Maybe it could do something. I'm open to being wrong. Expressive Fire Dancers, draft common.
Yeah, draft come. Yep.
Hey, look, it's our first, like, Strixhaven surveil thing. These are common lands that do nothing in this format, and are there for draft. So I'm just going to be ignoring all of the rest of them.
Yep. They don't do much. But we're
Flashback.
glad they're here.
I like this card.
Uh we have ourselves a new staple.
You think
Uh
it's a new staple?
I think it's a new staple. Absolutely.
Okay.
It's just it's such an easy ask. It's like would I trade this card for the best instant or sorcery in my graveyard? And the answer is always yes.
Yeah. I think Snapcaster Mage has the distinct benefit of being a creature, and there are a lot of applications for that. But one
Mhm.
mana is just really good. So,
I think the biggest upside to this is the fact that it's a red card.
yes, absolutely. Like this
It
is
makes it much
obviously
more playable in many more decks that care about it a lot more.
yeah, yeah. This is going to obviously see play in like every storm deck ever,
Yeah.
and every burn deck ever.
Yep.
Um, and
I also
then
like that it because it plays it from the graveyard, you get things like DBF,
yes, yeah.
alternate cost.
Like
So it's great.
would something like Gut play this? I don't know.
Probably.
Maybe. Yeah.
I mean, it's just an extra copy of your best instant or sorcery.
Well,
Like it
that you've
asks
already
so
played.
little. It asks so little from you.
Yeah.
Like I can't really see a red deck having a reason to not play this.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm definitely
Except
interested
for
to
maybe
see.
things like obviously once you get into the higher colors, uh
Yeah. Card quality
then you're
gets
like you're caring about this less, but like
yeah.
the lower amount of colors that you're playing, the more you're like, yeah, this is a card that I just
Yeah,
like
for sure.
care about having.
Flow state. This is fixed expressive iteration.
Uh
Maybe.
Turns out second copy of Expressive
Yeah.
Iteration that Rao can make cost one is
Yeah.
real fucking good,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, I'll see. This will definitely see play in Storm decks. Once again, like, surprise of all surprises, the Strixhaven set gives Storm decks a lot to work with. Um, the original Strixhaven broke Storm in half. This will. Uh, they've worked very hard to make it this set do that less, but it's still very good.
It's still good. Yeah. I think
Um,
that uh
so yeah,
because of the nature of the beast, like I if I'm watching the meta, I'm on the lookout much more for Vivi and Rao
yes,
after
yeah,
this set.
yep. I'm not convinced Flow State will see play. It might actually see. It probably sees play. No, it definitely sees play in something like Aminato, or any sort
Yeah.
of control deck that's not in red, and probably any control deck that's in red anyway is probably going to play see it
Like
be played.
Marchesa plays this.
Oh yeah,
Uh
yeah,
it's like Narset plays this. Like it's a great just a great option. Turns out
yeah.
Expressive Iteration is a good card.
I'm not convinced that like every blue mid range deck will play this,
No, I don't think so either.
but I think
But
it'll
just
see
like
play
cards that
in
care about having the spell.
yeah combo decks and control decks for sure. Fall of the Lumerats is it's something. Maybe in some deck. I was about to say that it's a draft common, but then I read it more. Boy, does it have a lot of text. But maybe. I don't know. Gaining life, you get 2 cards out of this for 2 mana. You get to dig 4 deep. What's your thoughts? Oh, did we lose Mecha?
Hold on. Sorry. Hold please.
Oh, you're good. I get to check chat,
Sorry, I had to
which I have not done.
refill the water. So it's getting a wee bit dry. Uh this is conditionally better malevolent rebel.
Yeah, yeah,
I think Marath will absolutely consider this card.
maybe. I mean, how much life gain do you have in Wrath?
More than you think.
Yeah,
Especially because like one of the builds is playing Basilisk Caller still.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, it seems like an interesting card, and I could see this seeing play in very specific decks. I don't think by any means it's going to be a widely played card, but
Yeah, most of the time you're just gonna want Malevolent Rebel for
yeah,
it costing one. But
or Once Upon a
it's
Time.
conditionally better.
Foolish Fate. This is a draft uncommon. Don't know.
I like the unconditional 3 mana destroy target creature.
Yeah,
That means that they're moving in the direction of printing better and better black removal.
yep.
Uh,
But in our
but
format,
yeah,
we have
for
like
for us,
plenty
it's
of,
a
yeah.
draft.
Fractal anomaly. This doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I liked this card a lot until it was pointed out to me that it basically is only a sorcery and that the instant text on it
Yeah.
is actually a lie. And then I was like, oh, it's kind of crap.
I mean, like, technically with Brainstorm, so if you brainstorm Fractal Anomaly, you get a 4/4.
Uh,
But
yeah,
that's
only on
like,
your turn though. It's like,
yeah, I mean, it's
eh.
a 3/3 on your opponent's turn, which, isn't bad. Like, a suddenly surprise, here's a 3/3 for 2 mana. But it doesn't really do anything. Like, yeah. Fractalize.
I like
I
this a lot.
Yeah, I mean, as like a removal spell, it's pretty solid. Um, it requires combat, but that's okay. It doesn't lose its abilities, which is important. But if you're like using this against a Barrowglyph, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, doesn't
Um,
matter if you have it lose its abilities or not once you turn it into a 0/0.
yeah, and then well, it's actually a 0/0/1, but yeah,
Oh, it is X+1, isn't it? Oh, that's so
yeah.
sad.
No, it's not just 1 mana destroy target creature. So it's not that good, but
But like Merit Lages, Baraglyphs, you're happy. You're happy you
Merit
have it.
Lage technically has indestructible, but yeah. And then you can just pump a bunch of mana into it to have it be like a win con sort of. I could see this in the right deck. I think in like mono blue decks, this could probably see play. Um, I'm not convinced about like non mono blue decks, but again, I'm open to
Yeah,
being wrong. Uh,
Geometer's Arthropod.
yeah, this is a cool card. It's a
Uh,
shame that there's no deck in which this would go in.
if Animar was a real commander,
You'd
boy
be
would it be happy to have this in it.
you'd be surprised as to how powerful Animar can be into the right meta, just because the
Oh yeah,
fact that it
no,
has like
Animar's not bad.
pro white and black is like shuts down a lot of decks.
It just so happens that
But
we're not in the right meta.
yeah, yeah, it
And we
like
haven't been for quite some time.
no, but like in non, if we're talking about, so obviously both of us, we play like exclusively or near exclusively in the Discord meta, which is
Mhm.
not all of the metas ever. So if anybody's
No.
watching that has their own local meta, there's a good chance that, if you're playing with like 4 or 5 other people, or even like 8 or 9 other people, that into the right meta, Animar could be really good, and Geometer's Arthropod could be really good in Animar.
Oh,
Um,
hey, this is also a Glarb card. Glarb is an
you're
actual,
right.
like,
Yeah,
yeah, is an actual real commander. Not really in here, but in EDH.
yeah, yeah. So I could see this. I think this is an interesting card in decks that have X costs. I just don't know how
Mhm.
many of those there are.
And it's a 1/4. You
Yes,
can't
two
be
mana,
sad
1/4.
about that.
Yeah, no, it's a good time. The alt art's very cute.
Mm.
He's just a little guy. Glorious Decay.
I love the art for this card.
Oh yeah,
We keep getting upgrades or side grades to return to nature, and that makes
yeah,
me happy.
yeah. Unfortunately, Return to Nature isn't good in this format, so neither would this.
Yeah, this card not good, but we're glad to have
Yeah.
it. More cards like this for EDH is always nice.
Mm-hmm.
Density is good.
Goblin Glassright. Interesting.
Draft common of all draft
Yeah.
commons.
Yeah, I like it in draft. Graduation Day. I it's 1 mana in the right deck.
This
This could do
goes
something.
this goes in the Abigail deck.
Yes. Yes. Um I don't see like a currently meta deck that would play this, but in the right deck, I could definitely see it. So, build a deck that cares about this and it will be good.
Yeah, we were talking about pivoting, like making a new build for Morath. It's like Spellslinger,
Yeah.
but the effects that like do this just aren't really that great. I'll be honest with you.
Grapple with Death is not good.
Yeah,
Again, cool in draft. Very cool in
at three
draft.
mana, not what we need here.
Yep. Grave Researcher. This is interesting. I just wish that it was end step instead of upkeep. But even then, it doesn't
Yeah,
really matter
having
because
to make it a
it
turn
reanimates the sorcery.
is
It needs to live the whole turn.
having to make it a turn is kind of rough. But I like this guy a lot. He's card
Yeah.
selection, and that's always good.
Yeah, card selection and a creature, and so the fact that he's a reanimate engine that can itself be reanimated is pretty cool. Um,
I definitely think this will see play in several of the decks in the meta. Like I'm pretty sure Slimefoot's gonna at least consider this.
yeah, actually, here's a good question.
Same thing
Esper,
with
who
Mathis.
may or may not still be watching this stream, uh, Esper is running a grist mid-range deck that's very graveyardy
Uh
and
huh.
might run this. I'm not exactly sure,
Yeah.
but maybe.
I mean, Grist Rock will run this. Like
Yeah.
I have the Felithar deck that I am playing. I will
Mhm.
probably slot this in. Like it has homes in
Yeah, it
tiny
has
leaders.
homes. It's nothing crazy, but it does things. Great Hall of the Biblioplex doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I'm glad that it got printed. It's a good man land, but
Yeah.
it's not a good card for us.
No. Group project. Um, I like having free flashbacks. Unfortunately,
Free flashback always good.
it's not on a card that does much of anything.
Yeah.
So sad. Growth curve is a draft card, really. Like, I don't know. I think being in two colors limits it too much.
I think that there is almost certainly a deck that will want this. The question is whether or not that deck is any good.
Yeah, like
I don't know what the
maybe
answer is to that question
would
is.
Animar run this?
Um,
Maybe, but it requires that you're already ahead. So
it's just like a one-time use double Scythecat Cub,
yeah,
which is like maybe okay.
Mhm. Hardened Academic. I like this card. Unfortunately, it's just too small.
Yeah.
Like there's a
There
lot
there
going
are a
on.
couple there are a couple ways where this would be relevant for tiny leaders. Like if it said a card leaves your graveyard instead of one
Yeah,
or more, it would be
yeah,
relevant. And if it was larger, it would be
yeah.
relevant. But it's neither, so it's not.
It's cool in Commander though, but not here. Harmonized Trio. Hey, look, it's repeatable brainstorm. Um,
I have no complaints about this, except that it's a tap ability
yeah,
itself.
it takes a while, but like at 1 mana, you're losing so little.
Yeah. No
So
complaints, just
yeah, in the right deck,
wish it was just tap two untap creatures you control. That would make it a
yeah,
lot better. But obviously, this is a it's a core set, so
Yep. I could see this seeing play in the right deck. I don't know what deck. There's not a lot of blue decks that just poop out creatures, but I don't know.
I mean, it's always possible that he's playing BB.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know how many creatures they run though.
Yeah, it's kind of a different kind of vibe than the
Uh,
traditional.
Harsh annotation is worse get lost, so
I actually think that this is sneakily one of the best
oh,
white spells in the set.
I mean
Uh,
maybe.
Worst, Get Lost is
Yeah,
actually not the most terrible thing in the world.
that's true.
Uh,
That's true.
if you're in mono white, you're probably considering this card
Yeah,
because removal is real good in this format.
although I'm not 100% certain if so in mono white you're running swords, you're running march, you're running um get lost. You're running probably then Path to Exile, and then the question is,
Raven
okay,
Charm.
yeah, Thraben Charm, and then would you run this or a road next?
Uh, for me, I think because it's unconditional destroy, uh, and the price you pay is not that high,
Yeah,
it's like more considerable than not.
yeah. So I don't know. It might do something.
It's I don't think it's great, but it is
No,
sneakily good.
yeah, for sure. Hydro Channeler. This is a draft common. It doesn't do anything here.
Dumb little mana dork.
Yep.
Uh,
Run
sad that
Omiaku.
it sad that it can't get you out of a blood moon because of the restriction.
Yep. Imperious Ink Mage is a draft common.
Yup.
It doesn't do anything.
Although 3-2 vigilance, not the worst thing below.
Yeah, yeah. Impractical Joke. I like this card. I don't think it
Agreed.
beats Stomp, for like the giant.
Bone Crusher Giant
Yeah,
stuff.
Bone
Yeah.
Crusher. Yeah.
I mean, I
However,
think that more uh things that say damage can't be prevented,
yeah,
the better. Because like right
yeah,
now, like we're running like uh we're going pretty deep into the uh way to get those sort of effects. So it's the more the better. It's like we'll probably go in over like a skewer or something. It's great.
yeah, yeah. So good card. Not a game
It's
changer, but good.
it's an upgraded Skullcrack. That's what it is.
Yeah, yeah. And maybe no, probably almost certainly better than Galvanic Discharge, which sees play.
How would this be better than Discharge?
It hits creatures or planeswalkers. I mean, I guess if you're running energy,
It's the problem is
but
the sorcery.
oh, it is a sorcery. Nope, never mind. You're right. You're right. Not better than Discharge. Maybe a side grade in the right deck, but yeah. Infirmary Healer. Life gain is not good.
Yep.
Life gain that's incidental, like Guide of Souls, is good. Life gain for life gain's sake is usually not good.
Yeah.
Informed
It's
Inkright.
also you're yeah. I,
Yeah. Informed
uh
Inkright. I like it. I
yeah,
don't.
it's another
Yeah.
card for the Abigail deck.
Yep. Yep. I like it. It seems cool. Um. So yeah. Inkling mascot.
Draft common.
No. Yeah. Draft common doesn't do anything. Interjection. Hey, look, it's another draft common.
+2 footsley first strike. Not the most terrible thing in the world, but you're not reaching for that card
No.
ever.
Chauncey, Steward of Fate. So it digs on ETB. It's a 3 mana 2/4. And then it does weird fractal things.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it. I don't see where it would go. But
Yeah, I'm sure there's like a Civic Fractal deck that you could create.
yeah, maybe. Um, again, would probably be good in Naban, Dean of Iteration. Just getting that ETB again. Uh,
Mhm.
but Naban, Dean of Iteration is like a pet deck of mine, not actually good. Hey, look, it's the lesbians!
I'm glad that these two have been on several cards now.
Yeah. Um, unfortunately, this does nothing in this
Yeah,
format.
unfortunately they're on bad cards, but it's cool
Yep.
that they're there.
I mean, hey, it is good cards for Commander, but we're not Commander. We're a 1v1 format in which those type of effects aren't good. Unless you're playing Lauren of the Third Path, in which it's okay.
Yeah.
Killian's Confidence. This is an interesting
Why
card.
is this, why are you a sorcery?
I
Why?
don't know.
You
Yeah,
could be
that's
so good if you were
yeah,
just instant speed.
yeah. I I like this in like very specific decks, but I don't think it because so it is more or less you can pay an extra like 3 mana whenever you play a removal spell to draw a card. Um, but again, it's a sorcery, so it's not exactly that way. You can space out the payment, so you can pay 1 mana when you cast your instant removal, and then pay 2 mana to draw a card. But
Uh, huh? It's deals combat damage is the trigger.
oh, it deals combat damage. Never mind. I thought this was a repartee card.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
dealing
This would be
combat
a sick
damage is
card if it
okay,
was
but
an instant.
yeah,
Otherwise, it's not great.
yeah. Landscape Painter, fun fact, is not legal in the format as of now.
Kirol?
Because
Are we skipping him?
oh no, I'm so good at skipping cards. Okay, Kirill, sorry. We'll talk about Landscape Painter later. Um, Kirill doesn't really do anything, so
Yeah, he's not great. Yay, we talked about him.
yee. Okay, Landscape Painter. Rule of three means that both halves of a card, which this counts under, um, need to be of 3 mana or less for it to be legal. It is currently a bit of a controversial topic. Um, and we're trying to work to like
Uncontroversial it.
reassess. Yeah, we're like we're gonna spend like the next like month or two like working to gather community sentiment a bit more and like reassess things and see if we want to stick with what we have going on or not. So there's a chance this card could be legal in the future. If it
But
is
even if it
ever legal in the
was,
future, it's
you
not
wouldn't play
good.
it.
Yeah, but that's just like a little bit of stuff. Last Gasp, not good. Don't like it. Run Death in the Family or Anointed Affliction.
It's also a reprint.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a super reprint. Okay, cool. Um, Lecturing Scorn Mage. Kind of interesting. He does things.
I don't mind
She's
it.
hot.
She's hot. Yep. But at the
uh,
end of the day, it's a 1 mana 1/1
yeah, like
that
it
doesn't
it
have
grows, but
doesn't it grows, but it doesn't have abilities. It's
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Leech
It's dying
Collector.
before it does the thing.
Look at how happy she is.
She's very happy to have that leech.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not a good card. Not really. It's like it kind of maybe does something sort of in some deck somewhere, but
Give me a commander that has an exsanguinate attached to it, and we can talk.
like it does something with Soren, for example. But
Yeah, it's not terrible. It's just
yeah,
not good.
yeah,
You're not getting this one.
yeah. Living
You're not picking this
History.
up for your deck kind of Taylor's deck.
Look at this
Comes with a
crazy
body.
interesting.
It's not bad. I wish it gave some sort of keyword instead of
Yeah,
just +2.
yeah,
Other
like
than that,
if it gave like first strike, that would be baller, honestly.
like this reads like it should give first strike,
It
but
should, yeah.
nope.
But no. Then it would be like a rare, not an uncommon.
Yeah,
Lorehold Charm. Yippee! The charm cycle is awesome. I love the charm cycle. Lorehold Charm, this has got to see play somewhere. It's good.
yeah. I mean, all three modes are decent,
Yeah,
and you're not unhappy to spend 2 mana on any of these.
it's
So
instant speed,
you
which
know,
is very
it's
nice.
it's
Instant
decent.
speed reanimation. So, yeah. I don't know what deck would play it. Like, I can't think off the top of my head. I don't think Arabella would play it, but I might be wrong. I don't know.
I mean, like I'm pretty sure Balloon Man might consider it at least.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of those cards where
It's a
like,
nice like it's a nice
yeah,
sideboard card at least.
yeah. Lumerat's favor. This doesn't really do anything. I think
The only
maybe
the
if
only
you,
deck that could potentially care about this is Ivy, and Ivy
yeah,
doesn't care.
Ivy doesn't gain life, so yeah. Maelstrom Artisan. I love that they're printing more land hate into standard. Um, Unfortunately, that's all this is a standard land hate card. This does nothing in this format, unless I'm missing something, but I don't think I am.
The only thing that I have to say about this card is that I really enjoy the Japanese to English translation name for it, which is Hooven and Grooven.
Oh yeah, hell yeah,
That's so good.
hell yeah. Okay, my opinion on this card has gone up marginally because Hooven and Grooven's great. Mage Tower referees draft common. Don't care
Yep.
about it. Mana Sculpt is like mana drain, except conditional and one more mana.
I don't mind this card, but you're not playing it.
Yeah, yeah. Like if you were like forced to put it in a deck, you're not gonna be mad, but you're not gonna choose to put it in the deck. I don't think. Masterful Flourish is one of those cards. It there are better options.
Yeah.
If
Don't
you want this
put
effect,
this card
play
in your Tiny Layer stack.
yeah, play Malakir Rebirth. I don't know. Mathematics, an incredibly funny card. Probably not good in tiny
Hilarious.
leaders.
Gonna be played in EDH for sure.
Yes,
Not probably being played very much at all in Tiny Layers at all.
it is so funny the cost difference between the full art and the regular art. I know that like price doesn't matter in like before the set is actually released and is sat for a week, but just seeing like $10 for a bordered version and then for a borderless version $60 is really funny.
Yeah. Wild.
Flavor text sucks though. I don't like the flavor text. Matter bending mage. Um, I don't know why you would play this card.
Yeah. Another draft uncommon. I don't
Yep.
think this would ever see play.
Melancholic poet. Draft common
Yep.
doesn't do like anything. Mindful biomancer. Draft common.
Yeah. I like the only thing I can say
Excellent
positively
art.
about this card is that it's cool art and they gave it a life gain for some odd reason.
Yeah, it's for draft. Yeah, because
Yeah.
of infusion.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, like this set has amazing art. I love the art
Yep.
of this set so much.
This has been probably my favorite art set since Bloomborough.
Yep, I think that's valid.
So
Mind of the Matter. This is
I'm a fan.
interesting. I don't know what deck would play it, but it's interesting.
3 mana, draw three, or 5 mana, draw three, put a thing into play. It's not like the worst rate in the world.
Yeah.
If you can, if you
I
make
like
X cheaper somehow, it's good.
and I like that you can also just have it be 2 mana, um, like weird growth spiral.
Yeah,
So there's stuff going on here. It's interesting. I like it. I don't think I don't know where
I
it
don't
would
think
see
it'll see
play.
very much play at all,
No.
but
Yeah.
it's cool.
Yeah. Mind Roots. Awesome standard card. Um Not good here.
I disagree
Oh,
actually.
okay.
Uh this is like him
Yeah, sort
for
of.
me.
But it's 3 mana.
Obviously it's not random and 3
Yeah.
mana is expensive, but I don't think it's a terrible card, and if you're in a deck that wants a high density of discard effects, you're probably reaching for it.
And you're in Golgari.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, like, it's not a bad card. Molten Core Maestro. Amazing card in a format that doesn't have a mana value restriction.
Yep. Great card. Not for tiny leaders.
Not for tiny leaders. Molten Note.
I don't like this at all.
I like the design of it. Um,
I wish it was each. Why is it not each?
then it would be, yeah, really good. But Moseo, Vane's Nudine. I love this card. Um, Extremely gender. Uh, a fun, like, a fun mechanic.
Yeah, super cool like card, super cool text on it. It's a 3 minute 2/1.
Yeah, it like
It's just way too small.
I like the idea of it being like in the right deck, a repeatable annoyance that like you kind of have to get rid of. But with the prevalence of red, I'm not sure that's like it has no sort of protection for itself. And so I don't know if it would work.
I mean, it died like the list of things that this card dies to is
Yeah.
just so long, and it's so sad
Yeah.
because it would be good otherwise.
Hmm.
But there are a whole lot of cards like that. This would be good if it just didn't have
Yeah.
incidentally terrible stats.
Muse Seeker. I love how when you're reading it for the first time, you get really excited, and then you finish reading it and you go, "Oh, it's just one of those cards."
Yeah, it's a litter. It's cool. I'm glad it's a
Yeah,
wizard. You could do that twice. Otherwise, eh.
I like the art once again. Nita Forum Conciliator. Um, this is a commander card. This is a commander
Yeah.
card.
Not very. I mean, it's not very many good ways to steal in tiny
Yeah.
leaders. So
Noxious Newt, another
the
cute
best
little
card
guy.
in the whole set. Goddamn. Put it in all of your decks.
Very cute. Not very good, but very cute. I like Bletch a
I
little bit
don't know
more,
what you're talking
but
about.
they're both very good. Oracle's
Clearly,
Restoration, amazing in draft. Just
yeah.
because it triggers repartee, it triggers infusion, it does things, it replaces
I
itself. It's
actually
awesome.
think that this is also like a really good popper card.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Replaces itself. Like it does a lot at 1 mana. Unfortunately for
Unfortunately,
it,
yeah.
tiny leaders, your card quality has to be really high to be
Yeah.
considered.
Alan Historian is a draft common. Um, I like that it's a very happy owl, though.
They're cute, but
Yeah.
yeah, draft common.
Okay. Page Loose Leaf. I love the design of this card. Unfortunately, is it's wholly unfunctional in singleton formats.
Yeah.
there is, I believe, really, really weird and convoluted ways to make it discard itself. I don't know how that works,
I mean,
but
you could like Sakushima it, and you could. There's
oh
a whole
yeah,
bunch of
yeah,
steps
yeah.
you
You
can
create
take.
yes, yeah. You create a copy of it, a non-legendary copy of it, and then return the original to hand, and then discard it.
But
Um,
after all of that work, you
yeah, but
get
why would you? Yeah,
an instant or sorcery.
yeah.
It's not
Again,
good.
I'm sure this will make a very fun deck in Pauper. Um,
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah, but we're not Pauper.
No, no.
Paradox Surveyor. Um, this is kind of interesting in some deck.
Yeah, it's like the three. I wish this was just like Simic.
Yeah, yeah.
What a shame.
Um, Pensive Professor's cool. This reads like a combo card.
I mean, anytime that you see put a +1/+1 counter on a thing, draw a card, the combo
Yeah,
senses start to tingle.
yeah,
Uh, I'm sure there's a very easy way to break it, and
yes.
uh,
It probably
I'm
requires three
glad.
cards though.
I'm glad that it's a wizard. If Veyran was real, it would probably play this card.
Yeah, yep. Pest Mascot, another draft common. Weirdly cute.
He's got the whole
He has a very
squeeze
silly
thing or slime
face.
foot thing going
Yeah.
on.
Petrified Hamlet. This is a cool card. I don't think it's good, but it's cool.
Uh, this is a card that I am glad exists.
Yes.
Uh, and that lands decks will certainly play.
But what are
Uh,
you disabling?
I don't know that it's uber relevant in our format
Yeah.
where it's a singleton. Uh,
Yeah.
but in things like modern,
Yeah.
this is a nice option. You're sideboarding this in, and you're getting some game versus Anglet Titan where you might not have had it
Yeah.
otherwise.
Stopping Arena of Glory is really nice. Um,
It
unfortunately,
does not stop Arena of Glory. It's a mana ability.
oh, because Arena of Glory is a mana ability because it's stupid. Okay.
But it does do things like stop Wasteland, Thespian Stage, so on and so forth.
Yeah. Yeah. Poisoner's Apprentice. This I think requires too many hoops and does too little.
Yeah. It just even if it just said when it enters the battlefield, -4/-4 at 3 mana on a 2/2 body, I'm not playing it.
Yeah. Postmortem Professor. I like this card. Um, I think there are better options, unfortunately, but I like it.
A third copy of Bloodghast Reassembling Skeleton, not
Yeah.
not terrible,
Yeah.
but it's mana intensive and
Yep.
it's a third copy of two already good cards. What are
Potioner's
you gonna
Trove
say?
is draft common. We're not gonna talk about it.
Mana list.
Yep. Practice offense. Um,
I'm a big fan of this.
it's interesting.
I don't think
I
that it
like
will see.
flashback is cheaper. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it will see play in Marath, but it's certainly worth considering.
Yeah.
Uh, pump the whole board. Give Marath double strike. The only thing is, it's a sorcery.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me
Yeah.
sad.
It's a very cool card. I'm definitely running it in my commander deck. I don't remember what the name of the commander is. It's that new Capenna commander that basically is goads your opponent's creatures whenever you put a +1/+1 counter on them,
Oh sure.
and so you can just goad your. Oh, it taps and goads. Um, It's a very fun deck. My pod hates me. This is a great card for it. Practice Scrollsmith. I like the
Bad
card.
card.
I don't think it's good, but I like it.
Yeah. I'm glad that they're printing more things that
Yeah.
kind of do this in Boros, but it's not
Yeah.
good.
Prismari Charm. I think this is the weakest of the charms,
Yeah. I
but
think
it's
they're
not
being very,
bad.
very cautious about how many
Yeah.
things they're
Yep.
doing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh and this is the product of that because this
Yep.
one's kind of poop.
Yeah, I mean, like, maybe you could do something in Gearson, but
Eh.
that's a big maybe. Procrastinate. I like the art, I like the flavor, I like all of it, except that it's not playable.
Yeah, I wish it was an instant.
Yeah,
If it was an instant, it would be more considerable, but it's not, so
yep.
it makes me sad.
Parafractal. It's not good, but
Now,
it's a funny card.
this this is an Animar card.
I can see that.
I think it's quite easy to make it real big.
Although it's like
Unfortunately,
not as good as Hydroid Grassus or
yeah,
Gooseberry or
it's not
whatever.
as good as Hydro Graces, and it's also a 0 on the base,
Yeah,
which means that you have to put mana into it, and that makes it much worse than it could be.
yeah. Pull from the grave. Oh, it's not a reprint, but
No, it is not.
I wish I was the corpse right now. That's all I'm going to say about that.
I don't mind the card, but it's definitely not good enough at 3 mana.
No, yeah. Pursue the past. Cool card. Not not good, I don't think, but cool. I would love
Yeah,
seeing this in draft.
it's definitely an awesome draft card.
Oh yeah, Quandrix Charm. This one's interesting. I don't know if it's good.
They really said "fuck you" to Helix specifically
Yeah,
with this card.
yeah,
Uh, I don't imagine it'll see much play, but uh, yeah, if you're in Simic and you want to say "fuck you" to Helix specifically, there you go. Here's your card.
yep, for sure. And for those that aren't playing in our Discord, Helix is a Aminato control player, and yeah, this ruins their day. Quest study. This is a reprint. Cool Blade Laureate. This doesn't do anything.
I'm down for this.
It's cool. I like it.
Uh,
I don't.
Giving double strike is not the worst thing in the world, but
It
yeah,
has double
2 mana,
strike,
1/1.
but yeah. Yep. Rabbit attack. Look at all of those creatures. Um,
I like that this is an instant. It
yeah,
means that you can, if you're token stack, you're probably
yeah,
considering this.
yeah. Like,
I think Sephiroth probably considers this.
how many cards does this need to draw for it to be worth it? I think it's like,
I think if it draws more than 2, you're like, yeah,
yeah,
that's gravy.
yeah, yeah. As soon as this draws 3 cards, you're balling. It requires a bit of setup, but yeah,
I mean, just
this is cool.
cast it into your
Yeah,
opponent's board wipe, and you're
yeah,
happy.
yeah, for sure. I like it. I don't think I would play this in something like Jarena, but
No,
like in Sephiroth or something. Yeah.
I mean it's just like it reads to me like a really good tokens card,
Hmm.
and like that's about where it ends. You
Yeah. Ral Zarek guest lecturer feels like it's built for this format with that -2
know,
ability.
boy,
Unfortunately,
boy, does this card have a lot of text.
I like how he's
Unfortunately, it's not very good.
yeah. I like Ral Zarek's pose. He's like cool, but also rubbing his nips. Um.
He's feeling it. He's feeling it, Mr. Krebs.
Yep. Uh. If you're wondering why Ral Zarek's in black, this is an alternate version of Ral Zarek. which is almost certainly what that symbol on the card it means. The watermark. Yeah, it
Mhm.
actually says the description of the watermark is watermark reality fracture. So yeah, this
Yeah,
is alternate Ral where he's like bad and
he's gonna be
yeah.
evil and straight.
Oh no, not straight. You can't do that to him. Um, yeah, if you're wondering why we're saying this is bad, the two comparisons for like 3 mana black planeswalkers is Liliana the Last Hope and Liliana of the Veil, both of which kind of do better things than Ral does. Unfortunately, Ral's cool. I like the card. I think the -7 is hilarious. Um, but it's not, it just doesn't compare to the other options.
Eternal Carpool strikes again. Also,
Yeah.
the thing that makes me sad about it is that that plus ability is just not, it doesn't do enough.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's like the main thing that sets it apart from like the Lilianas is that Lilianas, of the Veils +1 is getting rid of cards from your opponent's hand. And Last Hope is removal for +1, as well as a little bit of soft protection for it by just shrinking your opponent's stuff. And Ral's is surveilling, which, Dakon has a plus to surveil too, which is pretty good for Dakon. But Dakon's a very specific deck, and
Mhm.
Ral's Eric's not that type of deck. Rapier Wit, amazing art.
Yeah, I think
Not
it's
good
just a
card.
draft common for me.
Yeah. Rehearsed Debater, um, not good.
I I'm not upset about this card at all.
Yeah.
Uh, I think it's interesting, but yeah, it's not great.
Yeah. Rubble Rouser, I love the pun. Um,
Still, yet another draft coming. And it's a one
yeah,
four.
it's
That's
a 1
cool.
4. And I like that they're. I really like the move of adding mana dorks to red. I think that's a great move. Sanar,
Not
again,
legal.
not legal. If it was legal, would you play it? Maybe, actually. It does something. It's cool,
I think that
but
it just being essentially a mana dork
yeah,
means that you wouldn't play it over any of the other is it leader
yeah.
options.
But like as
But
in like a low power like table, I could see it if it was legal, which currently it's not. Um, Scheming Silver Tongue. It's repeatable Sign in Blood, sort of. I like that it's second main phase.
yeah,
Um,
it just kind of does the whole
it's a
thing by
baddie.
itself, right? Because it has
Yeah,
lifelink already.
yeah,
Just pump it once, and it's just kind of a, it's kind of a free thing.
yeah. I like the card. I don't know what deck. Like once again, I don't know what deck would play this, but it's a cool
I
card.
can see this getting
Like
some
maybe
play in
mono
Lurrus.
black. Yeah, I could see it in Loris. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. This could be a Loris card. Yeah, cool card. Scolding Administrator. This is pretty much a draft uncommon. Like it sort of kind of does something. It's better than the one
Uh,
mana version of it.
yeah, I mean, like
Menace is
transferring the
relevant.
counters makes it much better than
Yeah,
it could have been. Having Menace makes it much better than it
yeah,
could have been. So like I wouldn't be upset to be playing this card in the deck that cares about it. And the uh it's not bad. Not bad at all.
yeah. Send the Pest is a very funny card. I like him. He's just a little guy.
More force discard in mono black, not bad.
Yep,
2 mana, not great.
not great. Shattered Acolyte. This is kind of interesting. I don't think it beats the Flash version of this.
Yeah, if the ones with Flash, if Qatar Commando didn't
Yeah.
exist, this card would be pretty good.
If you don't know, this is Cathar Commando. Cathar Commando is just so much more versatile with that Flash ability. It makes it so that it's good to sideboard in against like control if your deck struggles against that. Whereas Shattered Acolyte just doesn't do that. Um, if you care about dwarves, if you're playing a Depala deck, you could probably play this. But that's it. Shopkeeper's Bane. Once again, you have adorable pests doing adorable pest things. It's not good, but it's an adorable
Yeah,
pest.
draft comment.
Silver Quill Charm. This is
I would say this is probably the best charm for me.
I kind of like. There's another charm that's coming up. The Witherbloom charm I think is better, but we'll get there when we get there. I think this is a good card. Um, it has some really tough competition in white and black.
Yeah,
So again, I don't think this will see a lot of play because of that. Because if you want it for its removal, there are so many better removal in white and black. Um, if you want it for its other effects, I don't know why you would want it for its other effects. The other effects are situationally all right, but not worth considering too much.
yeah, not worth the card,
Yeah.
and like being one of your 50 slots for sure.
Skycoach Conductor is very interesting. We've established that it will see play in Plagon.
Yep, it's a
Um,
Plagon card. I like it. It has slash.
yeah,
It does the thing that you want it to do.
it probably doesn't see play in something like Lagrella, just because Lagrella's a more generic flicker deck. But Skycoach Conductor specifically having more toughness than it does power makes it good in Plagon. Skycoach Waypoint is a neat card. I'm glad it exists. Way too much mana for its effect. Only useful in draft.
If they go back and do more things with prepared, or if we decide that prepared
Yeah.
is legal, it probably sees play in some of the decks that care about that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And until such a time, it yeah, too man
Mm-hmm.
intensive, not good enough.
Slumbering Trudge probably sees play in Varol's.
1 mana 6/6,
One
not
mana six
bad.
six. 4 mana untapped 6/6, but that doesn't matter. I would this sees play in Varol's as basically a worse. Like there are better options for Varol's. If you're not familiar with Varol's, it is a stifle not weird deck, but not stifle. It's just a dreadnought weirdness deck. It gives scavenge to your graveyard things. Um, and Slumbering Trudge would probably fit right in. Snooping Page. This doesn't really do anything. 3 mana is too much for this effect. 2 mana, I could maybe see it, but 3 mana is too much. Uh, Mecha, you with us? Okay, we have possibly lost Mecha.
I'm here. I just don't have
Okay,
anything to say about that card.
okay, cool. Soaring Stone Glider, not good. Moving on.
Yeah,
Social Snub. Uh, it's I I
not
personally
bad.
really dislike the flavor of this card, like the mechanical flavor. What is going on? Is this a murder suicide because they're being bullied? I don't know.
Well, it doesn't cost you anything. You just have to clear the bar of having a creature on the
Yeah,
battlefield.
yeah.
And 2 life, 2 creatures
No, yeah, I agree that
is
this is
not
like
bad.
it's not a bad card. I just think flavorfully, like, why is this
Yeah,
person
the
getting
art is not. It's not great.
bullied and then having
Don't.
like
It's got very much got don't come to school tomorrow kind of energy. It's
yeah,
not. It's
yeah.
not my favorite thing in the world.
Are we playing pumped up kicks right now? I don't know. Um Spirit Call Enthusiast. I don't think this does anything. It's
Yeah,
interesting, but
it
it doesn't
just.
do anything.
I'm glad that it triggers off of tokens,
Yeah.
but it just doesn't. Like you're not. When do you have the 2 mana to do
Yeah.
that?
Spirit Mascot's a draft common. Stand Up for Yourself's also a draft uncommon.
Yep, pretty much.
Heal the Show. What's going on with this card?
I just why? Why is this 3 mana?
Yeah, it's a really weird card. I don't think it
Those two
will see
effects don't
play.
belong together.
Yeah, like I kind of understand why you discard your hand, you deal a bunch of damage, you draw your hand.
Yeah,
But
this is like you can like this will see play in EDH,
yeah, probably.
but it's just a
Yeah.
weird card for us.
Stirring Hope Singer, however, I like a lot. This is a cool card.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
+1/+1 to each counter like each creature you control.
Yep.
Turns out that with this and a Monastery Mentor, you can get a really
Yeah.
big board really,
I
really quickly.
I really like so you play this and the other one which creates an inkling, and then you play Cosmic Grand Zenith and a Monastery Mentor, and suddenly you have like a pretty good like mono white creature beatdowns plan. And then when you put in the trifecta of like Guide of Souls plus Ocelot Pride plus Voice of Victory, then you just have a bundle of just really good creatures that go bonk. I don't
Yeah,
know what shell you would put that in.
I
I
mean like
guess
the
like
the
Adeline
Abigail
as
deck,
commander. Yeah,
the white black. I mean like I think that's kind of
yeah,
the right. It's just Silver
yeah,
Quill, go bonk.
yeah. You're right. Yeah, I could see it. Okay. Yeah. The more we see of this set, the more I can see Adeline being a commander.
The not Resplendent Cathar, the
Not
Abigail,
Adeline.
the
Yeah.
other one.
Yep. Abigail.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, okay.
Yep. Sorry,
A
my bad.
names.
Yep. Stone Docent is draft common.
Yeah,
Rife Scholar, again, not legal. If it was legal, wouldn't see play.
yeah. That's. I mean, why does this need a 6 mana spell? And for 6 mana, 2/2/2s? You're kidding me.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
2026.
Yep. Strixhaven Sky Coach, amazing for draft. Love it for draft. Doesn't do anything here. Or in pretty much
Yeah,
any format. Studio's first year, it's kind of interesting.
I like
It's,
it.
yeah, I
I
like that
mean,
it's a bear wizard.
I can assure you that it will see play in EDH.
Yes. Yes. It's like Weird Steve. It's Steve, but
Yeah,
it stays. Um, Unfortunately, we don't play Steve in this format, and I'm not sure this would be played.
no, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Maybe in like specifically Ayala,
Yeah. Yeah. Because bear.
could get spare. Yeah,
Suspend aggression.
it's weird.
It's weird. I think it's just too much mana. I
Yeah,
think
2 mana intensive.
if it was 2 mana, I could see this being played. 3 mana's a bit too much for me. Tablet of Discovery. Cool card. Not good here at all. Don't play it.
I wish like it just needs to have more things on it, and it
Yep.
doesn't, and
Yep.
that's sad.
Teacher's Pest. Again, love the pun, love the art, love the flavor, love the flavor text. Um,
However,
it's,
comma.
I mean, as a reassembling skeleton, it's not bad.
Yeah,
Um, but I don't know.
2 mana 1/1 doesn't clear
Yeah.
the Bowmaster's bar. Not as you
Although
play,
neither does reassembling skeleton, but
but skeleton at least has other text. I mean, this is like a strictly better skeleton if you're in
yeah,
Golgari. Uh,
yeah,
but the issue is that the only deck that we currently have that cares about reassembling skeleton is mono black.
yep. Tester of the Tangential, I like the mechanical shenanigans of it. It's not good, but
Yeah,
yeah.
it could be fun, but it's
Yeah.
not great.
Textbook tabulator, more frogs, not good. Thornfist Striker. Um, this one's kind of interesting.
Interesting,
Yeah, I'm not
but
convinced it's
not
good.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah, at 3 mana,
if it
it's just
had
not.
if it had Ward 2, maybe. But
It doesn't do enough for what it
yeah,
asks at 3 mana
yeah.
for our format.
Thunderdrum Soloist just doesn't do anything. It's yeah, not good.
They didn't even bother to make it a wizard.
But yeah,
What a shame.
Tome Blast is a draft common.
Yeah, turns out downgraded shock, even with flashback, is not great.
Topiary Lecturer is a worse Kami of Whispered Hopes, and Kami of Whispered Hopes doesn't see play in Marath anymore, so
Yeah.
yeah. Traumatic Critique. I love the art, love the flavor. Um,
I mean, I don't mind this as
I
a
like its modality.
draw two discard, like even as a
Yeah,
0 mana,
two
like
mana,
draw
draw
two
two,
discard one.
discard one, and then you pay extra mana to have it be removal.
Like
It's
I'm
interesting.
sure that there is a deck that will play this.
Hold on, would no, no, Vivi wouldn't run this, but you know,
I mean, I can see it being considered for Gearson.
yeah, yeah, maybe,
Flexible removal that also
yeah,
draws a card.
yeah. There's options. Ulna Alley Shopkeep is draft
F common.
common. Unsubtle Mockery is a draft common.
4 damage is a lot. They don't print 4
Three
damage
mana is
effects
a
very
lot.
often,
Yeah.
but it always costs 3.
Yep.
Rather than only costing 3 sometimes,
Uh,
and that makes it bad.
Vastland Scavenger, if it was legal, might see play. Currently not legal. I think it's an
Yeah,
interesting card.
I think it definitely seeing play if it were allowed, but it's not.
Yeah.
So it won't.
Vibrant Outburst doesn't really like. It's kind of sort of like a tempo card,
I
but
don't mind it.
yeah,
It's lightning bolt stapled to uh twiddle essentially,
yeah.
which is
So
not the worst thing in the world.
yeah, but I'm not sure it's like really
I'm
worth
not
it.
sure it's seeing play, but I
Yeah.
don't mind it.
Wild Hypothesis. The draft common. Don't play
More
it.
fractal shit that nobody is ever gonna play.
Witherbloom Charm. I think this one's the best one, in my opinion. Just destroying an all-land permanent with mana value 2 or less is good.
So I would agree with you,
5 is good
except for the fact
against
that
aggro.
the one what's it called? The one that Slamfoot currently plays already existing.
Yeah, Witherbloom command.
Yeah, Witherbloom Command.
Yeah,
If Witherbloom Command wasn't a card, this probably would be
but yeah.
my favorite charm. But
I like that you can sacrifice a permanent, so you could sacrifice a land if you really wanted to.
I mean, yeah, 99.9% of the time you're just sacking
Okay.
a token. But
Withering Curse. Love the art. Love the flavor. Not. I'm not against it as a card.
fifth board wipe for Ace Rec.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically. Um. Yeah. I don't think it sees play. I think I don't know. Black has a lot of good board wipes now. So I'm
Yeah,
not sure this would be better than any other board wipe. But yeah, if you want to just play board wipe tribal, then it's more board wipe. So that is the main set. However, we do have the commander set.
got 41 cards from the Commander set.
Yes. So Dina Essence Brewer. I I had a
Uh,
minor crash
Augusta
out
Order returned.
about this card.
Did
Just
we? Are we
art
skipping the
wise.
first like four?
I'm actually going by I'm looking at the purely Scryfall set thing and just skipping over anything that's not three or less because it
Yeah,
automatically sorts by things. And so this is a face commander, and so it'll be
yeah.
there.
I have the SOC Benefit Lesson 4 not reprint. That's what I
Yeah,
have.
I could do that. But it's easier to click on just the full set from the main page. So that's what I'm doing.
Fair enough.
Um,
Okay. Sorry, just
yeah,
didn't know
no,
where
you're
we were
good.
at.
Yeah, Dina is unrelated to magic, like very much my type. Um, so there's that. I can't call her a bad card. Um, I can say that in from a competitive standpoint, ignoring the art, her playability is low. Um, but I like the art.
Yeah, I mean, they made her hot.
Greedy
Not that she
lady.
wasn't already. Uh,
I like her
if
little
it wasn't once per
pests.
turn, she'd be really good. And but it is, so she's
The little
just kind
pest
of
is a
okay.
silly guy. Gorma the Gullet is a 3 mana 1/1.
Yeah,
That's that's all you need to say. It technically has some like weird persist combo potential. So, as a weird persist combo deck, I could see it maybe existing, but yeah. Killian Decisive Mentor. Not good in 1v1 format.
fun in EDH, not great
Yep,
here.
yep.
Giving your opponents things is bad. It turns out.
Primo the Unbounded. Uh, it does things, none of
This
which.
is the this is the home for all that fractal bullshit. If
Yeah,
you want to build that, this
yep,
is what your lot in
yes,
life is.
yes. It's not a good lot in life, but it's a lot that exists with fractals. Zimone
Fractal.
Infinite Analyst. Um, this,
Don't mind it.
yeah,
She grows really big, really quick. And
yeah.
if you have like X things, uh,
It's unfortunately just worse Animar, I think.
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah,
she makes a bunch of stuff free. That's really cool.
yeah,
Other than that, she's worse anymore.
yeah. I mean, better Animar against like a very heavy red meta, just because 0/4 is good. But okay, Augusta Order returned. Um,
Now go back to alpha.
yep. Uh,
Eh.
I like this card, but it's doesn't do enough, unfortunately. It's
Yeah, just
good in Commander
not
because,
worth the ask at 3 mana.
yeah, it is twice as good as in Commander, but this is not Commander. Iganjo Dinosaurian, again, not legal. If it was legal, maybe it could see play because Replenish is a cool card,
Yeah,
but it requires a lot of hoops.
don't
So,
think it would see play even if it were
yeah.
legal.
Vanguard of the Restless. If you're playing a spirit deck, it's good. It's actually quite good if you're playing a spirit deck. I don't know any spirit decks in the format.
Is Ghost a spirit? Geist
Uh,
Draft, is he a spirit?
yes, Geist of St.
Yeah,
Draft
there
is
you
a
go.
spirit.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah, no, I could see it in Geist, maybe. Yeah, yeah,
It has memory, which is nice. It means that
yep,
even if the card isn't on the battlefield,
yeah,
if you
yeah,
put it back on the battlefield with the ability, you can still do the thing.
yeah. Dirger Focus Mage. It doesn't work in this format, unfortunately. Like, technically, if you
No
play
way
an
to
X
prepare it.
spell, but
Another cost reducer for instant sorceries is always good though.
yeah. And I mean, 3 mana 1/4 is not bad, but the fact that it's never getting prepared makes it significantly
Yeah,
worse.
not great.
Expansion algorithm's interesting, but I don't think it's good.
There's not a proliferate deck really, so
Yeah. Leitmotif Composer doesn't work in this format. just just not good in non-commander formats.
made for commander card doesn't
Yep.
work in tiny.
Change Loyalty. Cool card. Again, made for commander. If you'd believe it, the commander product is built for commander.
And actually, I think that this will see play
Okay.
in specifically uh Luris.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, Luris could play it. Yeah.
Yeah, this sees play in Luris is specifically
Yep.
you
Luris and Luris
it's
and
two
Dagger.
cards in one.
Yep.
Uh so that's why I don't
Yep.
mind it, but yeah, it's not great. It's
Yeah.
definitely a very narrow card.
Intermediate chirography. Um. So you create a fractal. Um. And then things happen. And then things happen. It's not
Even
really.
at all even at max level, it's not great.
Yeah.
More classes is always nice, but it's not great.
Yeah. Coercive impetus. These effects don't work in this format.
Yeah. You're just giving your
I
opponent
also
a
apparently
bigger
skipped
creature.
over that, but that's okay.
It's all good.
Ominous Harvest. Gravestorm. We love Gravestorm. I don't think this is a good card.
Yep. Terms neat.
Yep. Pretty Woman. Uh, Stensian Sanguinist. Um, it's a cool card, but I don't think it's a good card.
There are a lot of really hot people in the set.
Yes. Yes. Very much so. Fateful Tempest. This is a Council's Dilemma card, so immediately I'm thinking that it doesn't work. Let me keep reading it.
Yeah, it's half as good as it would be.
Nope, it doesn't work. Cool. Noctamoon Lure Spinner. Hey, look, it's Wheel of Fortune. It's unfortunately not good.
Yeah, you
Play,
wouldn't play this card.
yeah, if you want this sort of effect, play Anji's Ravager, which is just better. Prismari Pianist. So it,
I'm a fan.
yeah, it's interesting.
Uh,
3 mana is
it's
a
a little
lot.
sad that it's at 3. Uh, but I mean, a second copy of Young Pyromancer is not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, Relic Retriever. I like it.
Yeah,
It
it
has
doesn't
1
ask much
toughness,
from you.
but I
Uh,
like its
I'm glad
Gen
that it
stuff.
has first strike, but it's not. You're probably not playing this very
Yeah.
often.
Spirit of Resilience. It's a cool card. I like the art. I like the mechanics. It's not good. It
I'm sure
might
that
be
this
good as
combos
commander.
with something.
Oh yeah, totally.
Like
Feral
this is a combo
Appetite.
card. I'm sure it's like a 2 card combo.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Feral Appetite is not good. It's too much mana.
more main deck graveyard 8, not bad.
Yeah,
But yeah, at 3, you're not playing it.
Kinetic Ooze is very interesting. It's definitely going to see play in Animar, maybe.
Morath is almost assuredly playing this as well.
Okay.
Uh, Probably as
Yeah,
a sideboard card. It's just it asks so little.
yeah, yeah. It's neat. Lattice Library. Um, Fractal,
Yep, fractal.
Fractal. Nev, the Practical Dean. Um, Meh, meh. I love Pest Rescuer. Pest Rescuer is a cool card. It
Hmm.
probably sees play in our boy Bletch. Um, it's like the problem is that Ophiomancer. So this is obviously green Ophiomancer.
Hmm.
The Ophiomancer is solid because of Death Touch.
Yeah,
Pest Rescuer doesn't have Death Touch. You gain 2 life, which is, better against aggro, I guess. But I don't think it's as good as Ophiomancer, and it's in worse colors than Ophiomancer. But if
and
you
it's just not yeah.
if you really like Ophiomancer, then there's a second one of them.
Not really excited as a 2/2 here.
Yeah, but very cute creatures. Um, yeah. Yahweh Maya Bloom Sage. Hey, look, it's channel. It's channel. We
Channel.
have channel. It's legal. We can play channel in the
It's
format
legal. We can play channel in Tiny Leader's Reborn right now,
for the small,
but you
small
won't.
cost of paying 5 mana and having a 7 power creature. Um, so is it good? I don't think so. Um, but you can play channel. You can do channel fireball or something. Channel profane
Yeah,
command, I guess.
if you manage to get a 7th
Have
power
fun.
creature and
Yeah.
also go to your step, you've probably already won.
I mean, I guess you can play the guy that was that enters tapped and is a 6/6 for 1 mana that we saw earlier.
Yeah, I mean, there's
So
certainly a way.
yeah, But yeah, it requires you to get to your next turn to work because channel's a sorcery. So it's a whole thing. To facing Dusk Mage. It is a cool card. It's not better than the other cards that care about this sort of thing.
Yeah,
So I
I
don't think.
like I like the card art a whole lot.
Oh yeah.
He's super cool. He's very smug,
Yep.
but that's about all I have to say about him.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, Zick Crown, who's currently the only viewer that we're not we don't have like a dedicated chat reader. Um so I'm like occasionally tabbing over, but by the time I like tab over to read things, it takes forever and it's been
Yeah.
a while, so apologies for that. Um Immortal Bargain. I like this card. I think it is a very cool card in the right deck. Would Slimefoot and Squee play this? Maybe.
It's a side grade to Pernicious Steed.
Yeah, basically.
I
Um,
think the biggest difference between it and Deed is that you have to already be ahead to make it relevant.
yeah, you have to have like I think it is in this weird place with Pernicious Deed where Pernicious Deed costs like 6 mana for a full wipe. This costs 3 mana for like a partial wipe, but it requires that you have a board state. So it's weird. I feel like there's gotta be some deck that would love playing this. Um, but yeah. Inspired Sky Painter, currently not legal. If it becomes legal, um, which again, I'm saying all of this like as a hypothetical. I am currently talks have literally just begun on potentially reconsidering things. Um, it is a very controversial subject, one where basically everybody has their own opinion on. And so do not get your hopes up that any of these will become legal because
Yeah,
I have no idea.
I love the card art. By the way, this is
Yes.
probably my favorite art in the set, and
Yeah.
also the creature type line, Lizard Wizard,
Lizard
can't get
Wizard.
much better than that.
Yeah. It's not a good card, unfortunately.
No, it's not good, but it is hilarious.
Yes. Lorehold Archivist. Again, not legal, but maybe. Um, but also bad.
Yeah,
But
it's
also
just
bad.
ass.
Yep.
Yeah,
Striding Shot Caller. This one is legal. Probably also bad. Let's see.
I
Eh,
like this.
it's not bad actually. Yeah. Um,
I think that if you can, you know, pump some mana into it, it's not terrible.
yeah. Yeah, it's weird, but it's not bad. Um, Brass Infiniscope. Uh, why am I talking about Brass Infiniscope? It's not legal. I thought it was 3 mana. Um, you have all of these. So you have Coastal Peak, Eclipse Step, and whatnot. All of these are cool for Commander,
Lands.
maybe playable for budget. So like Eclipse Step
Uh,
and Scorch
I think
Geyser,
like
I could see.
yeah, I think I'm very
But
glad that they have finished the cycle.
yeah,
Uh, because it means that it is more possible to play those lands.
yeah,
I think like Scorch Geyser is gonna see play for sure.
yeah, yeah. So if you're playing budget, I could see these seeing play for sure. Um, obviously, when you have like true duels, that goes out the window, but not everybody has true duels in paper. So, um, I like the turbulent cycle. Unfortunately, it's only good for commander.
I it's such a high restriction
Yeah,
that I don't think this sees play anywhere.
that's
I think
valid.
these are unplayable lands.
Yeah, I mean they are like fetchable with
They have fetch
fetches,
types,
but
but if you're spending enough money to have fetches, you're
yeah,
you're not
yep.
so.
So that is the set. There's some new art reprints, which I really like the art of these new cards. I like Toxic Deluge and the Very Sad Pest. Um, that's going to be very fun to see. Um, there's a lot of cool art in this set, and I love it very much. But yeah, that is the whole set that is legal for tiny leaders.
I
Um,
definitely think there are a couple of standouts, but
yes.
overall, not that many really excellent cards.
I mean, that is kind of how it is with standard sets, is that
Yeah,
you're going to have like not that many cards. But I will say, compared
yeah,
to the
unless you
previous
have a
sets,
VV printed.
yeah, compared to the previous sets, so compared to Bloomborough and compared to TMNT, this has way more playable cards, I think.
Yeah, absolutely agreed.
TMNT,
TMNT had like zero playables in the whole set.
Super Shredder,
It was
technically.
bad.
Super Shredder and Death in the Family, um, are like the main ones. But like, yeah, there's like a few like edge case playable cards in there. Uh Lorwyn, cool. Not a lot of good. Um Very good for grist bugs specifically. But otherwise not very good. This one has way more like solidly playable cards. So it's going to be very fun to create a script for the top 5 and all that.
Mhm.
And yeah, it'll be an interesting time.
And I mean, just get in there, build your Abigail decks. I want to see them.
Haha, yeah. Build your Bletch decks. I want to see
Yep.
those.
Yep.
But yeah, that has been the stream.
Yippee.
Um, Thank you very much for Mecha for being my co-host. Mecha is not part of the committee, but is a very cool human.
I'm committee adjacent.
Yes. Um, and yeah, so I'll see y'all around. Stay
See you
tiny.
around. Bye.